Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Cande out. She has a pre-planned vacation, hanging with her granddaughter all weekend, and we're so happy for her. Maeve was born on the 21st of September, just like Earth, Wind, and Fire says. 1:19 p.m., 7 pounds, 3 ounces, beautiful little Maeve. She is now everybody's granddaughter. The Phathead and Cande morning show, the new mascot, the whole thing. She is the queen of the castle. And congrats, and hope Candy's enjoying. As for the weather today, okay today, looks dry, going to be cloudy. You're going to walk around today and be like, what's going to happen? You're going to be okay today. Looks mostly overcast, about 65. It'll be a little breezy. Tomorrow's the soaker. I mean, really, if you have any outdoor plans, you probably should break them and figure out something else to do. And then Sunday, kind of too early to tell. It's going to be a mix. You're going to have some rain. You might have a spot of sunshine here and there. So going to be interesting to see exactly what happens with Sunday. But, you know, the rain kind of continues Sunday into Monday, on and off, 50%. Tomorrow, Saturday, looks like a no-go. The remnants of Ian coming up to get us. You know, I like to keep it real. I got a few things to talk about. Usually I love when Candy's here. She can give me some feedback or, at a minimum, make fun of me. When it comes to my kids' tennis, I might be a tennis dad, but I am real. I keep it real. I give shout-outs to those who are good and teams we play and things like that. I love good tennis, and I appreciate that my oldest daughter, Leah, also can appreciate playing a good opponent. We played a private school in Stony Brook a few days ago. It's called Stony Brook School. They were fantastic. Just top-notch, fantastic tennis players. Leah gave it a go. Played pretty well, actually. Struck the ball pretty well, was doing all right. But you know, the other girl, really just incredible, an incredible player. Big shout-out to the whole team. They did very well, Stony Brook School. And today we battle Eastport South Manor School District. And then Abigail just getting going with her middle school tennis. So she's just learning the game. And then I got my little Elijah, my 4th grader. I've been teaching him. So a true tennis family continues. Now, here's an interesting thing I may have to bring up again when Cande gets back next Wednesday. I had a medical test yesterday, and I have to shout out a big fan of the show. My nurse yesterday, she was fantastic. Her name is Kristen. She's at Stony Brook Imaging in Riverhead, and she was fantastic. Brian, my tech who did the CT scan, was amazing. I went for a follow-up, a cardiologist follow-up CT angiogram. And I was talking about this with Cande the other day because I was nervous about it. Now, MRIs, I need an open MRI. If I go for an MRI, it's got to be open. It's got to be stand-up. I need to be able to see out. I cannot go into the tube. CT scans are different. They are open. It's not an enclosed thing. So I've never had an issue. However, when you get a CT angiogram of the heart, there are specific things that you have to do, medicines you have to take before they put you in, because they have to get the proper picture of the blood flow. One of them is making sure that your heart rate is below 60. Now, most normal people are above 60. I went in, they took my vitals, I was 71. And knowing I'd have to take the medicine to lower my heart rate, you know, I brought my ice packs. I literally, at that point, Kristen is putting the IV into my arm, because I'm going to need an IV. I'll give you those details in a second. She's putting the IV into my arm. I take my ice pack out of my little lunch bag that my son bought me at a school function once. It's fantastic, by the way. Keeps my ice really cold. I'm putting the ice pack on my neck. She's putting the IV in my arm. She gives me a couple of beta blockers to lower my heart rate, and I'm asking all the questions. Is this going to do anything to me? No, you're going to be fine. Long story short, had to sit there for about 45 to 50 minutes till my heart rate got low enough, and I was fine. Didn't feel anything. It was okay. It was all good. I actually got a little advice from my mother the day before. She's on beta blockers. She says she takes blood pressure medicine and beta blockers, and you're not going to feel anything. And she was right. So it was fine. Then it's time for the CT scan. I got no problem with that machine. Been in it many times. So they lay me down, and now it's time for the nitroglycerin tab under my tongue. This is the one that was frightening me because I'm reading up. You know, the internet is your friend, and it's also your enemy. Reading up on what side effects, what it could do to you, all that stuff. Anyway, it's used to open the blood vessels so they can get the proper pictures on the scan. So you're laying there, you open your mouth, you lift your tongue. Kristen puts the tab of nitroglycerin under the tongue. She says, look, you might get a really bad headache. People have been known to get bad headaches, you know, in the 5 to 10 minutes after you take it. Long story short, I did get a pretty good headache, but overall, I was fine. Everything was good. The fear was more than the actual taking of the pill. And they do the CT scan without contrast. Then, of course, I got the IV in my arm. They put the dye, the contrast in, but I've had that before. Not a big deal. Brian, the tech, was great. I'm sure he was laughing inside, thinking this guy is a big baby. Thank you, Brian. You were a very, very good bedside manner. Appreciate it. I don't mind. By the way, I'm not a guy who is afraid to show my feelings at a doctor's office. I need the doctor, the techs, the nurses, the doctors with the good bedside manner. I'm okay with being a baby. And thank you to Kristen and Brian. And the best part of it all was at the end, when everything was done, Kristen revealed to me, and I don't care if she would have said this at the beginning or the end. I think she waited till the end of the test to tell me this. Just, you know, not to get me, you know, crazy or whatever. But it would have been okay if she told me at the beginning. Kristen said, you know, I recognize your voice. I love the show. I love the program, you know, the station, whatever. And it was great. And she actually, her father used to work at the 106th Rescue Wing, it turns out, with my wife back in the day. So, and by the way, if Kristen is listening, my wife says, yes, she remembers your father, and he was a really nice guy. She remembers the chief very well and liked him. And yeah, so anyway, thank you to Kristen. Thank you to Brian, my techs at Stony Brook Imaging. They were incredible. Got me through a couple hours of, you know, I was fearful. I almost canceled. I almost didn't show up. Didn't want to go. I said, you know what? I'm going to regret it. Got to get the test done. And anyway, we're good. And we'll see. I got the follow-up with the doctor coming. And I'm going to have to retell this story when Cande comes back next week. But big shout-out to my two new friends, Kristen and Brian. Appreciate it. And anybody out there, anyone who's wearing the scrubs, going to work, whatever you do, you're a tech, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, anyone who deals with patients, thank you. That goes for the EMS, all the people. Thank you for the bedside manner. We appreciate all of you. Less than 20 minutes to your bald and the beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. We got a soaker tomorrow. Today, cloudy 65, looks okay. Tomorrow, full rain all day. Sunday, kind of a mix. We'll see where we are. Could have a little rain Sunday into Monday. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.